Ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming back for your second session here at X Factor RTO. Just to remind you, my name is Olivia. Really nice to see you back. If you have any, if you hear the alarms sounding at any stage this evening, to make your way out through the emergency exit and follow the wardens. And refreshments and toilets are in the same place that they were the last time. So welcome back. If you run into any troubles at any stage with any of the tasks that I ask you to do, please let me know. Ashley, I'm really conscious of your wrist injury that you have. So if you're running into any issues, please let me know.
No worries at all.
To help you with that. So I'd like to start off by recapping what we did during our last session. So can anybody remind me of the importance of why is it important that we have basic computer skills? Ashley, can you remember anything from our last session, why it's important that we have basic computer skills?
It's a very big part of life at the moment. So if you want to do any online banking or shopping online, it's really useful to know these skills.
Exactly. Where can your computer skills be used then, Andre? Any ideas?
In the workplace, at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically everywhere these days. Can you guys name off the key components of the computer for me? Josh, do you remember any of the elements of a computer?
The CPU.
Yes, correct. The central processing unit. Velma, you remember?
Keyboard.
Yes. Andre?
the monitor.
Yes, excellent. That's all of it. We touched on creating folders and subfolders in our last session. We might get round to actually implementing that task today, or else we do it in our final session. We also touched on how to rename folders. Yeah, really important when you change your mind about what you want to call your files. And then we launched an application on the computer, and we'll be doing that again today. And then opening files within an application. So we'll cover off on those things. And we discussed the importance of ergonomics when we're in our workplace. So yes, sitting. Can you remember any of the points about the ergonomics, Josh?
Just sitting up straight, having good screen, not trying to strain your neck or anything while looking down at it or up at it.
Yeah, awesome. That's great. So the learning outcomes that we have for today, we want to get you familiar with your computer. You will learn how to open an appropriate application for editing Word documents. You locate and open specific files or documents. We're going to get you to edit the text content within a file document, and then we'll get you to save and save as. It's a really important thing, a really important basic computer skill to have. The structure of the session that we have, we will discuss the importance and benefits of selecting and using the appropriate software applications, how to locate specific applications and open them, how to locate a specific file from within an application, how to save an edited file and save as, and then we'll have a little knowledge question, and I'll send you through a feedback request. So thank you for filling in those feedback forms for me the last time. Really appreciate that. It was super helpful. So, what are the benefits of using the correct applications? Any ideas on why you should use Word when you're using Word documents and Excel when you're using Excel spreadsheets? Velma?
Just to help with the efficiency of work.
Exactly right, yeah. Andre, any ideas as to why it's useful to use the correct applications?
Well, the different applications have different uses, and sometimes they won't translate over well into other applications. Like trying to open an Excel document in Word might not have the same
functionality. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Josh, Ashley, anything to add to that?
No, not really. I haven't used many of these before, so this is all fairly new to me.
Right. Okay, I can quickly run through these. Right. So you're familiar with Word documents. Have you used those previously? No, that's okay. So Word documents we normally use for writing up letters or any sort of a document that you need to pass and you need to share with other people. Excel we use mostly for mathematics and for graphs and charts. So really good at collating numerical data, number data first. PowerPoint is exactly what I'm doing right now, presentation mode. Outlook is for our emails. These functionalities in Microsoft all work really well together. OneNote is for collating a lot of information about lots of different things and holding files together.
Cool.
Your publisher is if you were making up a magazine or some sort of a catalog. It's got really high PowerPoint functionality for pictures, really high pixels.
Cool.
And then Access, I haven't actually used that one, so I'm not quite sure.
No.
Something I'll have to look into. So thank you for highlighting that for me, Ashley.
No worries.
So the importance of these using the correct applications. So it ensures compatibility with the file that's being edited. It ensures the formatting and the designer are maintained. So you mentioned about trying to put an Excel spreadsheet into Word, Andre, so that's right. It eliminates a loss of data due to incompatibility. So if you've ever tried to open up a Excel document in a different format, you'll find that you might lose lots of data and information. Saves time and increases productivity, as Velma pointed out, and it ensures a smoother workflow. So the importance of file management, I might have touched on this previously. So good file management understanding is an important skill to have because it'll keep your computer tidy, easier to find your files, and keeps the files grouped into the purpose that it was created for. So you'll see in this example, I've got my holiday pictures, and then I've got a sub file from when I went to the Gold Coast, and then another one from when I was in Taiwan. So I know straight away I can go into my holiday pics and find them, and then go into the specific holiday that I went on to find the correct photographs. So I'll ask you now to launch your computers. So if you can all turn on your computer from wherever it turns on, and if you can log into your computer there using your work login credentials. So that'll be super helpful. And we are going to launch an application together. So I'm going to briefly show you here, and then I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll show you actually on the computer. So we're going to click on the start button, depending on the version that you have of Microsoft Word or what version you're at. It might be in different locations, but it's normally on the bottom taskbar.
Yep.
That little bar at the bottom with all of the little icons. So you click on that. You can start typing into the search function in that taskbar. You can, if you start typing into the search thing, it'll actually come up with the Word, and then you can click on the Word one. So I'll just stop sharing my screen here, and I can show you on this computer down here. So down here at the bottom,
Yep.
we have the start button. I can click on this, and you can see Word straight away because it's one of the most often used application. But when I type in Word, it actually pops up for me. The other option is to actually use this little search function down in here as well, and I can search for Word. But see, I was looking for OneNote, so that little purple icon that we were looking for. So I've started typing in OneNote, and it's come up for me. So can you all please launch the Word application for me? Has everybody been successful in that? Yeah, beautiful. Awesome, great work. Velma, how did you go? Yes, you've launched Word. Excellent. So the next thing that we're going to do now is I am going to show you how to, in Word, open a file. So when we go and click on our blank document, and this will open up Word for us. Everybody can do that.
So everybody should have a blank document, yeah? Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's correct.
Cool.
Yeah, so nice blank document. When we click on the file over here, and we click on open.
So top.
Yeah, so up in the top
left.
left-hand corner, and click on open, and you'll see all of the different documents that you have available to you here. One of the good options is to press browse. And that'll open up your file explorer. So your file explorer is also located down in the bottom taskbar as well. It's the little yellow folder down in that taskbar. And when you click on that, that's your file explorer, and it'll show you all the different files that you have open to you. Because we have opened this file explorer in Word, it will only show us Word documents.
Cool.
So if you try and open up Word and use File Explorer and go looking for a PowerPoint or an Excel spreadsheet that you've saved, you're going to be very disappointed because you're not going to find it.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you open it through Word, you won't find any other
Types.
type
Yeah.
of document.
if you just use the
Good.
taskbar and go into File Explorer, that will open up all options
Yes,
for you.
okay.
So I am going to pick a document out of my drive here, and I'm going to open up a Word document just here. And I've picked on the document that I want to have. So can you all pick out a Word document out of your files? Have you got a file there open?
Yes, I can look for one. We haven't really created one yet. We don't want to.
No, just open one.
Cool. So yes, I can see one here. I can open this one.
Awesome.
Oh,
So other things that we can do. So Word has a lot of different features in here. So you'll see up in this top taskbar in Word, you can see lots of different formatting options that we have here. So the ones that we use quite a lot is the bold, the italic, and the underline just here. So that's in your font options. So what I would like you to do is to select a part of your text. So you'd select your text by clicking your mouse on it, hold the left click on your mouse and highlight the area that you want to format. And now that's formatted, I can click off because it's currently in bold. So I can click off it so that it's unbolded. But I'm actually going to leave it bold and I want to have it in italic. So I'm going to click on the little I here. And I'm also going to click on the U for underline. So I've been able to format that. So yeah, that's beautiful. How are you going with yours?
Good.
really?
Excellent. So can you highlight that for me?
Yep.
Highlight just that top.
Top one.
Yeah. And then I'd like you to just bold and italic and underline. Yes, excellent. How did you go, Ashley?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, that looks good.
Good work. Thank you. And for yourself, Andrea. Yes, beautiful. Excellent work. Some of the other things that we can do when we are formatting our documents is we can left center, right center align. So
delete everything else.
bear with me just a moment.
Save the top lines. Delete everything else.
So if you can again select a part of your text, so left click on it and highlight it. And then if you can come along and show me how in the paragraphing, we can left align, center align, or right align. So depending on the type of text box you're using, if you were using this beside an image and you needed to have it right aligned, or you want to have it center aligned because you prefer the way that looks. So can you do that with one of your texts for me?
Yeah, of
So you've
course.
got a paragraph just here. So yeah, can you
Just highlight that and then
center align it? Yeah,
center align.
awesome.
Cool.
And
I'll
how
try
did
that.
you go
Okay,
with
yeah.
yours, Ashley?
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks really good.
Excellent. Yes,
Cool.
and
Yeah.
lovely.
Okay.
That's awesome work, Ashley. So, next, we're going to get you to change the color of your text. So that is available over beside where the fonts are in that little section. So between where you highlighted using the bold or italic and your center alignment, you've got a different color text that you can use. Not to be confused with the highlighter. So if you could like to click on the little A button, I'll just show you on my computer. So just here, I've got it highlighted and the A is just there. So if I click on that little down arrow, I can choose any color I like. And I really like green. So I'm going to make the first Joe installed green.
Cool.
How did you go with that? Oh, that's beautiful colors. Awesome. How did you go with that, Andre?
Oh,
Yeah, nice. Excellent. Yes. Smashing it, guys. Going great guns.
Yay.
So really important thing about basic computer skills is knowing where to ask for help. So we talked about in the last session how you would access help in your job at DMS. So you got an ITS help desk center. Sometimes it can be so long to get a response from ITS that you're better off actually just going and looking for help yourself. And one of the options is if you're having difficulty within your Word document, you have the option up here in the search button. You just click in here and ask for help. So we literally type in help and click on this icon, and you have this little pop-up over here on the right hand side of the screen, and it's just loading. I don't really think, and it's going to give me the information pertinent to what I'm actually trying to do right now. So this is really basic Word document, so it knows that I need something to help me get started. So it's giving me the prompt for what I'm doing there and then. The other option that you have to ask for help is also very handy in the taskbar. So up here on this little ribbon up here above your taskbar, you've actually got a help button there as well. So you can contact support, give feedback, and that will give you access to that help button as well. So just always remember, help is not very far away. It's actually just on your taskbar. Any questions for me so far, guys?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Will make
All
perfect sense.
easy to follow, and your wrist is going okay there?
Yes,
Ashley?
yes.
Excellent. Right, I'm going to I'm just going to do this right, might just do that instead. I think this is just going to be a bit easier and quicker. So when we are editing in Word, you can see there on the screen that any words that are red and underlined indicate a spelling error. I'm really good at creating those. Thankfully, we've got autocorrect to help. And then words with a blue underline will actually have a grammatical error. And we'll be getting more into this when we're doing our assessment later on. So I'm going to assume that everybody has seen some of those red underlines. So you can see where they've put in has with a Z instead of an S, and grammar is spelt incorrectly. So Word has automatically picked up those errors and underlined it in red to indicate that it's a spelling mistake. And you can right click on that and it will give you prompts for what it thinks it should be spelt. And then if there's any blue underlines, so such as you can't put more better beside each other, or that'll also highlight if you've written in the same word twice.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
come up with a blue underline as well.
So it'll check spelling mistakes and check if you've got any grammatical errors.
Exactly, yes.
Cool.
There's more features in Word as well in the editor feature, but we're not touching on that today. Come on. Everybody can see that okay?
Yep.
Using the save and save as functions. Now you'll see up here in my taskbar, I've got a little auto save button turned on. So every time I go in and I update my and I make any changes in my document, it actually auto saves it, so I don't have to remember to press the save button. The issue arises if you've opened the button or you've opened the file and you've made some changes, but you haven't changed the version style. So you'll see on this the name of this actual file that I have right here. You'll see it's session 2, edit and save files, version 2.0. So I have made a version of this and then I've gone over and checked it again. But when I was making those changes, I changed it to version 2. So I still got access to that old version, but I know that this is the new version. So I saved as. So really important when you are dealing with your files that if you're creating a new file that you save as with a new name. It won't let you save the file as the previous version if you're going to save as. So the golden rule is making sure you don't lose your hard work. So choose save as to directly update the original file that you're working on, and then choose save as to allow you to make a copy of the document with a new name in the same location or in a different location. Everybody okay with that? Yeah,
So do you leave autosave on all the time, or
yes, mine
leave it on?
automatically defaulted to autosave.
okay? And what does that save every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or does it save every hour?
Every couple of minutes.
Okay.
So if I go into my file
Mhm.
and I go info, I can actually check the version history over here
Oh,
and it'll show me when it was modified. So if I've gone in and made changes and then went, oh no, I put in the wrong details, I can go back to a previous version of it as well. So that's a really handy opt-out feature. But I really like to be able to save as, because you know it's saved the whole time. You don't have to remember. So any more questions about save or save as? Yeah, so save the current version or save as should it save a new version. Okay. This is a little activity to see if you are because I've seen some of you using shortcuts while you've been doing some of your tasks when I got you to bold and highlight. So I'm just wondering, is anybody aware of how you use a keyboard shortcut on the computer? So are you aware what a keyboard shortcut is, Ashley?
I've heard of these.
Yeah.
Like this is sort of using a couple of keys just to get you to a function quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if I wanted to copy and paste something, I can right click on this and I can scroll down to copy using my mouse,
Yeah.
and I can left click there. But what's much easier is to just click on it and press Control C.
Oh, okay.
And so that's copied it. And then if I press Control V, you can actually see there's another copy of it there.
Right. That's quite handy.
So that's our Control C, Control V. So that's copy and paste. Does anybody know what the shortcut is for printing?
Can I guess Control P?
It is excellent because it begins with a P.
Cool.
Does anybody know how to cut? Velma, any idea how to use a shortcut for cutting?
No.
No. So cut is actually Control X. Josh, have you any idea what the shortcut is to get to your desktop? I just discovered this one. When you find out these little things, it's really super handy. And if you press Windows D on your computer, it goes straight to your desktop.
How do you get back?
Press it again.
Oh, actually, it didn't.
It's like magic.
Windows. Oh, my dude.
Back to
Depending on the computer that you have, sometimes they will be slightly different. Andre, any idea what how we save?
Would it be Control S?
It is. Can everybody hit Control S on the computer for me, please? And then if we want to open something, Josh, have you any idea what shortcut we would use to open a file? Open.
Control O.
Let's try that. That brings you to your
Open
Yeah.
box.
excellent. And then the most important button in the whole entire repertoire of Microsoft
Control Z.
is undo, which is what, Josh?
Control Z.
Excellent. Yes.
Okay, so there's two that don't have the same initial. So
Yes.
Control C is for copy, but not for cut. And
Yeah.
then, so cut is X,
Yes.
and
Paste also doesn't start with a V.
And you notice that like the
Paste. Control V.
yeah, V. Okay, yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So you have to sort of remember them. It's not
yes, the
intuitive.
down like so your undo button is the one closest to where your fingers are, so it's the one you use the most often. Everybody happy with those you
Yes,
take some of
very.
those with you? Yeah.
Hmm.
Right. We are on to our conclusion section, but what I might do is last week we briefly touched on how to open your files and how to save and rename them. And I'm going to actually show you on my computer now how to actually be able to do that. So I'm going to open my file explorer down here. And I'm just going to pop this over onto the big screen for you. So you can see here I have my resources folder. So I'm in my files, and I'm going to right click here. I'm going to click on new. I'm going to click on folder, and you see the new folder. It automatically comes up as new folder like we've seen last week. Okay, excellent. And I'm going to write session 2 on this. All right. So that's where I've saved all my session plans in there. I popped all my files into this, and then I realized, oh, that wasn't session 2 files I put in there. It's actually session 3. So I'm going to click on this again, and you see there's a little rename button just here. Okay, in the taskbar that's popped up when I've right clicked on it. So you can hit the rename button, or you can try and click into the folder. Depends on the functionality that you have and the version that you have of Microsoft, but I'm going to put in session 3. Would everybody like to have a go at that? So open up your File Explorer. Yeah, and then just right click in the middle of it and click Add. And then new folder, and then yeah, just rename it as whatever you would like. So call it Velma's Files, Ashley's Docs, whatever it might be. Yeah, beautiful, awesome, good work. And then if you'd like to go in and rename it for me as well. Awesome. A really good way of naming your documents is by putting the date on it, but putting it in backwards so that it follows a chronological order in your files. So today would be 2024-1204. So yeah, the year, the month, and then the date. So that keeps all your files really easy to find. And then every time you make a new version, you can just have an archive folder and put the old files in there, so you can go back to them and reference them just in case you need them. I had to go looking for a file today, which I knew was from like June last year, of a version of a document, and I was able to find it in my archives. Everybody happy with the tasks that we've done today?
Yeah, that was really
Do
good.
you have any questions? Were you happy with your folders?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Josh,
Very
all
good.
good with those? Okay, excellent. So back over here again. So our conclusion. Today we have discussed the importance of using the correct applications, the benefits of file management, how to locate and open your files within the specific Word application, basic formatting and editing of Word. You've all done a really cracking job at opening those Word documents and editing them, so really great. That's going to really help you out when it comes to your assessment time. And then how and when to press save or save as. Excellent. That sort of concludes everything that we have for this session. We've covered everything off. Can I ask, was there anything about this session that you specifically enjoyed, Josh?
I enjoyed having a go at actually making the folders and renaming them. That was pretty fun.
Okay, cool, awesome. Anything that you didn't so much enjoy this evening, Andre?
The screen was a bit small and hard to read,
Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate that input. Yeah.
especially when you were showing examples of how to do things.
Okay, cool. I'll make sure I have it on a bigger size the next time. Velma, any feedback?
No, just very information heavy. So very good to know these new things.
Excellent. Ashley, do you have any feedback?
I've really enjoyed the shortcuts. It seems like it's a really nice time saver.
Yes, and probably much easier for you with your with your
Yes, so we don't have to move the
right
mouse
wrist.
around. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. If you guys wouldn't mind taking a screenshot of the barcode and filling in the session for me, filling in your feedback, that'll be awesome, because I can collate them all together at the end, and it's super useful for me to be able to reflect on my learning. Thanks, guys. When you've that done, you can just head on, and I will see you at the next session. We'll be covering off some final hints and tips, and then learn how to deactivate digital devices. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I made a subfolder of session 1 and session 2.
Goodbye.